All right, DrShankapotomus here, working on a trailer, pretty much just your standard everyday trailer here. This belongs to a friend of Shankapotomus, Hammer Time. So he's an auctioneer, so that's the Hammer Time. So anyway, we're going to show you how to replace the wheel bearings on these little bad boys. Pretty straightforward. We've already done 3 of them. I want to show you how we do this last one. And we've already got the lug nuts off of this bad boy, and we're going to pull the wheel off, and then show you what's going on underneath. So let me get started here. Here we go. All right, so once your wheel is off of here, you can tell you got your hub. Let me zoom in, give you a little better perspective up in here. So you got your hub on here. He's installed these grease fittings on here. Let me get this off of here. Okay, yeah, the grease buddy fitting. So we'll get the cap off the grease buddy fitting. These knock around a little bit, and the grease buddy will come off of there. So let me show you all how we do that. All right, so we're just going to knock the grease buddy fitting off here. A couple of taps, and you can kind of get it to, because it slides right in. Some of these come with a cap on them. This little grease buddy fitting is a little bit better to work with. It's got a grease fitting on it where you can, there we go, yeah. Got a grease fitting on here. Got a little grease fitting on there. See inside of here? Right there. Where you can actually grease the hub. All right, and then once you've got your hub off, you're gonna, up underneath that grease right there, you're gonna have a nut, you're gonna have a cotter pin. You're gonna pull off the cotter pin and then just unscrew the nut, and then we'll be able to take the wheel hub off. All right, so you just take off the cotter pin, just pop that little bad boy off of there, and then you'll be able to take the nut off, and the cotter pin pops right out. And we've got a kit that's got a new cotter pin on it. You don't have to tighten this nut real tight. You want to get it snug. So most times it's hand tight. You can actually pull it off. And then once that nut is off, you'll be able to lift the wheel hub, boom, right off. We're going to head over here to the bench, show you how to do the wheel hub. All right, so we're back up here on the vise. We got the hub. You're going to need something for a puller. And this setup we got right here, you can see the puller's tied in right here. And then you just drop this down in, this spreads out. Here we go. It's got a little kind of cone in there, screws down, spreads it out, and it'll grab the race in there, because we pulled our bearing on the outside to grab the race and pull the race out, okay? And then you screw here on the top. Nice little contraption, OTC, good stuff. So we're about to pull this race out of here. Here we go. All right, so here we've got our puller in place, got the spreader, so it's catching the back part of the race, and then as we come up, the race will lift right on up out of the seat there where the bearing is. And this is the same place we're going to take the race and push a new race back in, set a new bearing down on top of it. We're a little bit wobbly here because of how we set it up on our vise, but hold that there, and you can see the race coming out right there coming on up, and it's out. There you go. All right, so we flipped the hub over. We're working on the inside of the hub, and the way the inside of the hub is set up, you've got a seal that's hard to see right here with all the dirt. There's a seal, and then there's a bearing, and because of the size of the bearing on the inside, you got to catch the bearing first and pull the bearing out with the seal, and then we'll go back down, get the spreader out a little further and catch the race, and then pull the race out as well. But you can see here how it just comes right on up and out. Here we go, and here it comes. And you can see that seal is up. There's a seal right here, and our bearing is underneath. Okay, so now we're back in, we're down, we got a hold of the race with our spreader right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So our spreader's got a hold of the race. Come on up, and we're gonna just pull the race on out. Like I said, we're in the vise here, and then we've got our puller, this OTC here, nice little thing. And then we're up, and we're out. And then we're gonna go ahead and press the new bearings in. All right, so we're here on the shop press. Handy dandy little piece of equipment. There we go. All right, you. And we've got our hub up here. This is the race for the bearing that we're gonna put in, okay? And I've got a set of, let's see here, fittings. See, like this? That fit right into the race. Whoops, sorry. Fit right in the races just like that. This lets you push the race in. Then you drop the bearing on top of it, and for this one we'll drop the seal on top afterwards. So it's pretty simple. We go in with, set the race in with the press on top of it, put a little spacer there, and then I'm going to turn on the press and down it goes. So let's see how it works here. So we get this bad boy going. It's kind of loud, but here's how it works. Oh, sorry, got to tighten it up. Let me line it up better. And there we go. I'm going to come on down. Press this little bad boy straight in. Here we go. And the first one that messes up is the one we do on video. Okay, so cattywampus just a little bit. After doing 3 of them, one of them goes cattywampus right while we do a video. So if that happens to you, what you got to do is pull the race back out. You can see there the race got a little sideways, which does happen sometimes. So you got to pop the race back out, line it back up, and make sure you're going straight down. So that shows you how sometimes this stuff doesn't go as planned. Let me pull that race back out and we'll show you how this works. All right, so we're back. We pulled the race back out, and then we realigned it. So you can see sometimes these things will get a little crooked. If it starts getting crooked, don't keep pressing. You'll damage the race, or you might damage the whole hub. So now we got it lined back up again, and we're going to go down with it, and we'll show you how it just slides right in, hopefully. There we go. Yep, there we go. That's how it's supposed to work. Just go straight in, and you go until you stop. There you have it. Loosen it up. And now your race is in there. All right, now one thing for the bearings, we want to show them. Let's give them a greasing the bearings. You want to make sure that you grease your bearings before you put them in, and then you're going to put grease around them. Go ahead and put grease in your palm like that, and then just rub it right into the bearings all the way around, and make sure you get it down there deep in between the bearings, in between the housing of the bearing, and that'll help you along the way. Eventually the grease might get in there, but if you get in there first when you load the whole thing, it's going to be in good shape. Now we're loaded. There we go. All right, the next thing is to put the seal, outside seal on. Okay. Yeah, same kind of idea. Get it straight. Oh, we got to grease it. Sorry, and there you go. So we're going to grease it. Put grease in that, and then grease inside the top here to make sure we're all greased up. And then we're gonna press it down. Here we go. All right, so you see we got grease all around the top of the bearing here. And then we got grease inside of the housing. Whoops, right here. And then we're gonna put the seal to the housing on. Let me get that set up. Flip this over so you want to pick one that's the same size as your housing, and then we just press it down and we're good to go. There we go. Good. There you have it. All right, so we've got our hub flipped over. We're going to do the outside. This is your race here, and this is my tool for pressing it down. All right. Same kind of idea as before, get it lined up. If something happens and you have some kind of misalignment, then definitely stop and reposition. Okay, here we go. Yep, we're golden. Okay, and there you have it. Just push until it stops. All right. Now, of course, if you don't have a press, you can always take something. You can even, if you have a large enough socket, I've seen people do that before, you can put a socket on there and just hammer it in. And be careful making sure it's lined up straight when you start to hammer it down. But these little guys are really handy. Let me show you here. This comes in a little kit right here if you're looking for these. All right, there's the kit, the OTC bearing race and seal driver set. And what you do, you slide the race in, and then the seal driver when you flip it over like we just did. But nice little set. Been using it for years. Works great. So Now we're going to remount our hub because we're all done putting new bearings in. All right, so here we are with a slightly different angle, and we just slide the hub right on and get it up on there. Yep, absolutely. And then you're going to put that nut that we took off back on. There's a castle nut. Tighten it down hand tight, plus a little bit extra until you get the hole lined up, and then slide your new cotter pin in. And then you can see up here sitting on the fender, you're going to, there we go, you're going to pop your seal back on the, what, the bearing buddy is what that was?
Bearing buddy.
We're going to put the bearing buddy back on there and fill it full of grease. Put your wheel back on and you're done. So there it is, how to replace the bearings, wheel bearings, on a standard trailer. If you got a press, it's pretty easy. You can do it without a press. I've done it before without a press. But anyway, hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to my assistant here, the Hammer Time, friend of Shankapotomus.
And we got the parts at the auto parts store.
That's right, that's true. We picked up the parts at AutoZone here in town, easy to get. Also, I would recommend, they're not paying for this, but I'm going to plug in eTrailer.com. I've gotten trailer stuff from them for years. Great company, they do great service. They have everything you need. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. If you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and you know, sign up. I'll be posting videos as I make them and whatever I'm fixing. I'll try to get it out there for y'all. So just trying to make the world a better place, one fix at a time. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a good evening. All righty, bye-bye.